Om Shri Ram. If we talk about the Vedas, so we must understand that Vedas are not a spiritual experience only. Vedas are the experience of a life, the experience of a earth. It is the everyday living. And Upanishad, if we talk about the Upanishad, is a divine presence. So actually, what was the hindrances? What is the problem? The problem was the primitive people could not dive into the deeper. They could not understand the very essence of the Veda, because the Vedas were their composition was in Sanskrit language, and the Sanskrit language is not that the one word has a typical the particular meaning. The Sanskrit language has a very the interpretation could be so flexible, as if I just tell you how the variations and the moderation and the interpretation just come to under the experience of a people in the even in the modern society about the Veda. The first we have to understand about the Buddha. It was because, as I told you, the primitive people could not dive into deeper and they could not understand and the essence of the Vedas. So it was the Buddha first who tried to interpret the Veda, that the Vedas philosophy. But the Buddha broke the ritualistic aspects of the Veda. And in reaction of the Buddha, there was a Shankaracharya who interpreted Veda in a formula, in a Vedantic formula of a one without a second. So later on, if we talk about then the Dayanad Saraswati, who talked about the Veda, and he just gave a naturalistic experience, naturalistic interpretation. But the Vedas are so composite. Vedas are actually not the ritualistic intellectual statement or the some naturalistic. No, actually later on it was the Germans, Indians and Europeans. They tried to recover the Veda because of those interpretation given by the Buddha, Ramakrishna and the Shankaracharya and the Dayanad Saraswati. The secret of Veda had been lost. So the European, Indian, Germans, they tried to recover the Veda, but their language and their lexicon, the language had a variation. As I told you, it was in the Sanskrit. So, and the Sanskrit does not have a one word has a particular meaning. So their lexicon, their language had undergone into different variations. That could be, it was so flexible that was carried, the language was carried into the different variations. So this is actually there is a difficult, the natural, actually the essence of a Veda, the secret of a Veda has been lost. So just continue with me, that I will continue talking on the Veda. Om Shri Ram.